Yokoso. Guys, I am so excited because today we get to talk about the beluga, the world's cutest whale, and the sole member. Wait a minute. This isn't a whale. It's a sturgeon. Hold on. Hello, yes, demons who hired me to make this video. There seems to be a bit of a mix-up. You wanted me to do a video on belugas, yet on the projector, you sent me a picture of a sturgeon. Well, why didn't you tell me you wanted that one? You know the shit costs money, right? I had to hire actors. I had to make sure I had good editing software. You know what? I had to make sure that I had the right sets. Hell, I even had to get a prostitute. Morale boost. This shit's stressful, dog. Yeah! How much more? Alright, bet. Well, guessing today's video is on the sturgeon, best known for being a really big fish. Big boy right there. As a matter of fact, this guy here being a big boy is kind of why they're popular with fishermen. In fact, the largest sturgeon was a female beluga that reached 7 meters and weighed 1,571 kilograms. To compare, the male beluga whale can grow up to 5.5 meters and weighs 1,600 kilograms. But trust me, size is not the strangest thing about the sturgeon's morphology. To me, the oddest thing about the sturgeon's anatomy is its skeleton, which is made out of cartilage, which is odd due to the fact that the sturgeon belongs to Actinopterygii, one of the two classes of animals we call bony fish. While some might see the skeleton of the sturgeon as a primitive trait, in reality it's actually a derived trait. Keep in mind that this fish's ancestors once had bony skeletons. Funny enough, this skeleton, along with its pronounced rostrum and the way its jaw is suspended, actually had sturgeons once confused for sharks. They would be a pretty odd shark because these guys don't have teeth. Something that would have also gotten them confused for sharks, but wasn't known at that time, is the fact that sturgeons can sense weak electrical fields thanks to their ampullae of Lorenzini. They do this with the help of their Don neurons, which have a low and high spontaneous rate, their sinusoidally and phase lock firing, and opposite phase responses, which would correlate with the opposite directions of a dipole. They also have barbells, which helps them taste prey they want to find on the seafloor or river. Lastly, we have the sturgeon's skin, which is rough and tough and covered in scutes. It's an amazing form of protection, but that's about it. The sturgeon has evolved great assets in order to survive in its environment. In fact, speaking of evolved, let's go over sturgeon evolution real quick. For this section, we will call sturgeons by their family name, Aschypanceridae. Aschypanceridae belongs to the order Aschypanceriformes, which also include Polydontidae, Chonodorsteidae, Erolichthidae, and Papaeosteidae. There are currently 27 species in Aschypanceridae alive today. Aschypanceriformes appeared sometime during the Triassic period, but it wouldn't be till the late Cretaceous for the sturgeon to first evolve. Evidence for such a placement in time is the oldest sturgeon found, Protoscappherichius. Being on Earth for so long and the fact that sturgeons haven't changed much since then has some people calling them living fossils. As a matter of fact, sturgeons are one of, if not the slowest evolving actinopterygian. According to this study, only 1 in 4 genes evolve faster in sturgeons than another group of actinopterygians, Telost. It is hypothesized that relationship between things like generation time, body size, metabolic rate, or all of them combined together, and molecular evolution has something to do with this. Funny though, that body size is one of the things that was brought up because it turns out that is the one thing that evolves faster in sturgeons than other actinopterygians. A full 5.4 folds faster, in fact. While I found a source that shows that this happens, I haven't found a source explaining why this trait evolves faster. Well, now that we've gone over evolution, let's see what the sturgeon has done with that evolution in the form of ecology and behavior. The sturgeon's actually in quite a fortunate situation as they have very few predators of their own, which gives them enough time to do what they do most, sucking up prey off the bottom of the floor. Trust me, if a sturgeon wants you inside of him, my boy, you's getting sucked. Mollusks, sucked. Crustaceans, sucked. Worms, more like were sucked. Come across a white Gulf or beluga sturgeon as a fish, suck. Hell, the beluga even sucks baby seals, baby. And with the sturgeon around, you better believe there's some sucking going on, dog. Woo! Turn anybody in water into a glory hole. I'll tell you what. Guys out here sucking like Kirby. And sturgeons are sucking around the world, baby. Some sucking in rivers, some sucking on the coastline, some even sucking in the oceans, dog. And when the sturgeon ain't sucking, it's jumping on that. Okay. Bad jokes aside, sturgeons do actually jump. Well, at least the Gulf sturgeon. They usually do this during dawn and dusk, except in June where they do it all morning instead. The proposed hypothesis for this jumping is that they use it in order to communicate, as this jumping can be used to make different sounds with different frequencies. As a matter of fact, plenty of people have been injured via jumping sturgeon. As a matter of fact, a little kid died from one. Wow, a kid died. That's horrible. What could be worse than that? Oh, what's this? It's the number of sturgeon killed by humans. Well, it's not really a number, but you get the joke. Because the sturgeon is one of the most, if not the most, endangered group of animals on this planet. As a matter of fact, 85% of sturgeons are threatened in some way, and 63% are critically endangered.
How could this happen?
Well, pollution, habitat disruption, and overexploitation are the three major ones. And the last one is the worst because people love eating them, especially the rich. Also, quick question. Does sturgeon actually taste good, or are you just trying to flex? You know, you want to make some bars bragging that you're rich enough to eat sturgeon? Or you like the UK and you want to own every sturgeon caught? Yup, that's a thing. The sturgeon is known as a royal fish, meaning that the monarch owns every sturgeon caught. Man, the UK is a fucking joke.
UK 2050 be like...
Or you got a license for that Pokemon game.
I got me a Charizard, I like cheese, but no, I don't got a license. Bugger. But you know what's worse than United Kingdom's laws? The fact that the sturgeon takes so long to reproduce. You see, when it comes to reproduction, the sturgeon's going to have a difficult time. For one, the temperature, flow, and even the rocks have to be perfect. Water doesn't flow the way it's supposed to go.
Dead.
The temperature that night ain't right.
Dead.
Accidentally lay your eggs on a rock where they won't lock. On top of that, you also have to keep in mind that sturgeon spawning patterns are highly plastic, even within species. For example, two forms of spawning are female and hemial cases. Female sturgeons will enter their spawn site with ripe gonads and will spawn immediately, while hemial sturgeons will come around the same time, but their gonads aren't ripe, and they'll spawn next spring instead. Lake sturgeons, they have different migration patterns based on where they stay during the summer and winter. Many stay in lakes during the winter and then spawn in rivers during the summer, others vice versa. Some lake sturgeons will stay in a specific group of lakes all year round until spawning season, which they will enter a river, and some will stay in the same lake their entire lives no matter what the season is. This demanding form of reproduction on top of human activity have left the sturgeon in a very dangerous situation. It is our job as a species to protect all animals and life on this planet, including sturgeons. Every animal has a purpose, so let's make sure that they can keep doing their purpose. Protect the environment. Hello, demons. Yeah, I hope you liked the video I sent you. Alright, quick question. What am I getting paid? Exposure!
Okay, I need you to listen, dog. I didn't pay that prostitute immediately. I told her that I would pay her later. And I told her I'd pay her later because I expected you to pay me my fucking money. I don't need exposure. I need money! What do you mean you're short on money? You're the fucking demons! Don't you work for the US government or some shit? Get Obama to pull something for you. Trump, whoever's in office. I don't care. Frick!
Hey guys, I know it's been a minute since I last uploaded my other video, but I'm now trying to get back into the swing of things, but still, thanks for coming by and watching this video. Make sure to subscribe if you can, because I'm going to have other projects coming. I'm going to have an animal show that I want to review, and I have another bunch of projects on animals, something on, pet care, all that, so stick around. Also, don't be afraid to check the sources below and correct me if I'm wrong. I will post it in the comments. I love corrections, and I'm sorry about my editing skills. I know I can improve. It's a bit too amateurish, but I'll try to get better in color correction, transitioning, and hopefully I can do something better like a B-roll in the future. All right, thanks for coming by. See ya.